This week we're diving into the latest market trends with oil prices increasing, the rand continuing to fluctuate, and we look at how your produce prices are moving. So make sure to stay tuned. Welcome to this week's AMT John Deere Fruit and Veg Overview, proudly presented and brought to you by John Deere and FieldNet Pivot Watch. To stay ahead on market trends and produce prices, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. The latest Brent Crude Oil price increased to $86.02 per barrel. Indicators from America suggest declining stocks and stronger economic growth, hinting at lower supply and possible higher demand, which is all driving up the oil price at the moment. A significant factor in especially the fruit and grain markets over the past month or so has been the rand's movements. The rand strengthened during June, driven by expected political stability, but it again weakened to 18 rand 10 cents per US dollar over the start of this week due to the delays in the cabinet announcement. With inflation still on a relatively high level, interest rates are likely to remain steady at least until November, but it's all dependent on what is happening in the US economy. The past week, the average national potato price decreased to 56 rand 47 per 10 kg, with volumes about 1% higher. The large potato price traded on 62 rand 94, mediums on 53 rand 76, and smalls on 39 rand 97. Mondials traded lower on 56 rand 56, Cifras on 59 rand 68, and Lenormas on 52 rand 17, with the average price on the Joburg market on 55 rand 62. We are at the end of the month, which possibly means that we can expect most prices to increase over the next week. I however think that the increase can be short-lived for potatoes, with the average price likely to stay mostly sideways in July and August due to higher expected volumes. The tomato price decreased by 7% the past week to 6 rand 69 per kilogram, with volumes increasing by 1%. Large tomatoes traded lower on 6 rand 76, mediums lower on 6 rand 61, while small tomatoes decreased to 6 rand 25. We saw a similar price trend in 2021, and if this trend continues or realizes for the rest of this year, we can possibly see tomato prices remaining on a lower level at least until the end of September and then start trending upwards. As expected, the average carrot price decreased by 18% last week to 4 rand 23 per kilogram, while large carrots traded on 4 rand 56, mediums on 3 rand 61, and smalls on 3 rand 89. As mentioned last week, we are still expecting significantly lower prices, especially for carrots, with the average price that can decrease to around the 4 rand per kilogram mark and possibly stay there for the remainder of this month at least, and then July as well. The average onion price decreased to 93 rand 75 per 10 kg, with brown onion prices decreasing to 93 rand. Red onions maintained its high level on 194 rand, while white onions decreased to 91 rand per 10 kg. All sizes also decreased, with large onions on 85, mediums on 98, and small onions on 83 rand. We're seeing a similar price trend compared to 2019, and assuming we will continue to follow this trend, we can expect prices to stay on this higher level over the next week or so, but then start to decrease significantly from there on out. The average pepper price increased to 10 rand 81 per kilogram, while green pepper prices increased to 8 rand 43. Yellow peppers increased by 40% to 17 rand 37, and red peppers traded about 14% higher on 12 rand 89. It looks like the average pepper price already started to increase as was expected, but we are also expecting prices to trend further upward over the next 2 months and then possibly reach a peak during August, when we usually see prices at its highest level. Join the excitement around FieldNet Pivot Watch. Experience unmatched monitoring of any pivot, anytime, anywhere, offering complete peace of mind on your farm. FieldNet Pivot Watch is not only cost-effective but also time-saving. Ready to transform your irrigation? Contact your nearest Amatic dealer for a quote on FieldNet Pivot Watch now. Looking at other market prices, cabbage prices decreased to R83, while garlic prices increased by 15% to R116.90, which is about 72% higher than what we saw last year. It would be interesting to see if we can reach the R130 mark again that was set in 2020 during COVID. But if I look at the daily price movement, it seems that this price is already starting to fall back again. Spinach prices decreased to R5.29, while sweet potatoes decreased to R4.43 per kilogram. The latest pumpkin price increased to R2.69 per kilogram last week. Moving over to the fruit markets, the banana price, as expected, decreased again to R6.85, which is about R123 per 18 kilogram box, with volumes increasing by 13% over the past week. We are, however, expecting prices to stay on a lower level during July and possibly gain some momentum from August onwards again. The latest apple price increased to R8.54 last week, while the latest pear price traded higher on R10.02 per kilogram. I think that apple prices can trend mostly sideways over the short term and then start trending upward from August, while pear prices can remain in its upward trend for now. The orange price increased to R4.94 over the past week and can possibly get some support over the next week or so. But I think the real upward momentum will only start from September onwards, when we usually expect lower volumes on the local markets. The avo price decreased by 5% to R14.17 per kilogram, while Veto's traded lower on R17.79, Haas also lower on R10.33, while Pinkertons, interestingly enough, increased to R14.22. We are expecting more volumes at least until September of this year, which could keep prices at around current levels. From October onwards, however, prices might start to increase again. The average table grape price increased to R84.62, with volumes decreasing by about 22% week on week. During July, it is likely that this price can stay in its upward or at least on its higher level. The latest pineapple price decreased to R7.57, lemons increased to R4.41, while the average blueberry price traded on R229 per kilogram. These insights are made possible by John Deere and FieldNet Pivot Watch. Visit our website at amtrends.co.za for more detailed reports, prices and videos. I'm Dr. Johnny van der Merwe, and thank you for watching.